and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Ethereum. Before we jump into the price action, just like I said, thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description you'll find a link to Discord. Come check it out, it's free to join. Okay, so let's get into that fun stuff now. Basically, we were talking about a couple of things yesterday. Still the same scenario that we could potentially complete a fifth wave here. We need to see if we do get the extensions that we're looking for. But really, if we do start to break down and lose this 1461, that would invalidate any potential extensions that we have. Though, for as long as we actually hold above this 1595, we can start to look for some progression to the upside. So, the way that I'm primarily looking at that is we are looking for the possibility that we could look at this move in this way, where we look at this as an additional fourth and potentially looking for this fifth wave to the upside still. So some of those target zones that we were looking for as a fifth wave, we have met these the 0.382 of the wave 1 to 3. And effectively, what we're looking for here is whether we can actually manage to push up here towards this 1-to-1 of this wave 1 here. There is still this target box area here, this 1894 to this the low range. This is that 1780. This would all tie in quite nicely with this little zone. It would also be a look to retest this swing high. So there is quite a few things that are indicating we could actually see a push up into the zone. So we're going to have to monitor this. There is also that possibility we could look for a bigger move to the upside here, but with the wave 3 being extended, it is less likely, but we'll just have to sort of watch it and see how it progresses as the waves form. So what I'm looking for primarily is looking to see whether this continues to hold. And what I'd be looking for is within this internal structure here, looking for something like this, where we're looking to form a 5-wave move here. I do think we've got another 5th wave to the upside here. It is possible that this could drop down a little bit lower here, so where this becomes an A, we get a B, and then we come back down for a C wave. We wouldn't really want to go much lower than this 1644, though invalidation really only comes by crossing this 1630. From this fourth, we'd look for that fifth to the upside. If that does come in, what we'd then be looking for is to see how we retrace to the downside here. So we need to stay above this 1595, and we'd be looking for the support box of this 1641 to this 1608. What we'd be looking for from there is we'd want to see a nice 3-wave move to the downside, just a corrective pattern. If we start to see a 5-wave structure coming down here, it would be an indication that we could actually look to break down deeper. So we need to just be cautious of that. But really, as long as this 1608 area holds, we can look for that continuation to the upside. If we did have to come back down towards this 618, which would actually be this retest of this channel here and this 1631 zone, what I'd be looking for then is that potential to actually get a bigger third wave up here to the 1785. If we do get this play out, what we'd be looking for is basically this retest, and then we'd want to see nice clean 5-wave move within this third here, looking to actually bring us up into this zone, and then we'd be looking for that additional fourth and a fifth to the upside. So, this is something that could play out. Potentially, this could move up in such a way that we make an inverse head and shoulders here, and then we look to push up one more time for that to complete that move. So that would tie in quite nicely with this idea. We'll obviously have to see exactly how the waves form. It would be a bit short of that target at the moment, unless it forms it on the diagonal like this. Where we look at it this way rather. And we form another shoulder here, and then we look to break up for that third. So, I mean, that is a possibility. We'll have to keep an eye on it. But primarily, as long as we hold this 1595, we can argue that this is a possibility, and we could be looking for this move to the upside. So, ETH's quite interesting because ETH has actually come down deeper than BTC did. So what I was looking for with BTC is the potential, and ETH basically is the potential of a bigger 5-wave structure here, which would actually look to push us up higher. And we've actually come past that 1-to-1 on ETH. We're looking at this as an A, B, and then basically a C wave to the downside. So we actually have come up past that 1-to-1 zone. So, and we have actually dipped into this 50% retracement area. So this could just be, like I said, that fourth wave here, but we also need to be on the lookout that we don't have a bigger structure here, where this could be a 1 and a 2, and then we could actually look potentially to push up much higher here towards this 2076 for wave three. Obviously, we don't have confirmation of this, and this current target would be invalidated by going below the 1615. But it is also possible, that this could become more complex. So this becomes an ABC. We form another corrective move here, and then we actually push one more time to the downside, and we look to actually come back deeper into this box. But really, as long as we hold this 15-16 zone, we can still look for that potential to continue to the upside. And what I'd be looking for would be this wave two then potentially still being in progress, where we have this as an A, we form a B, and then we come back down for a C and look to retest a bit lower in the zone. So this will tie in with actually coming back and retesting this bottom channel line that we're currently sitting in. So it's not off the cards really that we could see that. It doesn't have to do that though. However, it could actually just look to progress. And really, for as long as we hold this 1595, we can look for that direct progression. So we'll have to monitor this move and see how impulsive it gets. If it just gets up into this zone of this 1823, 1780 zone, um, then it becomes more likely that it's just that fifth wave that we're talking about. But if this starts to sort of break higher up here and starts to move towards the top end of this channel, then we could actually be looking to come in and challenge this zone here, this 20,776 area. So, this is an area we could be looking to move into. We do need to be cautious because that one to one as well of this, if we're looking at this as a 1-2 and then or an A, a B, and a C, that one to one would actually be here at this 1862. So um, it's not my primary expectation, but we could always argue that this whole move is corrective, where we form something like this, and then we get a drop down for a five wave structure. So this is still a possibility. We need to keep an eye on it. If we do form a five wave move down here, that could look to actually bring us back down into this zone. And then we'd have to argue that actually we completed here, but that's not really my primary counter. It is just a possibility. But for the time being, this is what I'm looking for. And as long as it doesn't invalidate and we don't lose these support zones, we can still look for this to play out. So the other thing we were talking about is that potential we could have actually completed into this high. And what we were looking for was basically this single five-wave move that we got marked up here. However, looking at the current structure, we'd have to be cautious that we don't have an extension here. So this 1706 to the 1674 is going to be an important zone. If we don't manage to overcome this area, it is possible, like I said, that we're looking for this potentially as a 1 and a 2. So we'll have to see how that retracement happens. If we only get a three-wave structure develop here, we could either be getting this as an A, this as a B, and then we get that pushed one more time down as a C, like I said. Alternatively, we could actually see this playing out as a bigger structure here that's actually building up ready to break down, where this becomes a 1-2, this becomes a 1-2, and then effectively we could even argue that there's even more subdivisions within this, where this is a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and it actually looks to break much lower. So but yeah, as long as we hold this bullish comp, the thing is we do seem to have a five-wave move here. So this five-wave move shouldn't be in isolation. So we would be expecting at least a zigzag here. Um, if we fail to develop this fourth and fifth here, then we need to be a little bit careful because it could just be a three-wave structure, which actually looks to break down. Because we've actually come up into this golden pocket here, the 1678 to the 1674 range, and we have had a small rejection off of there. It is possible that this could look to continue to the downside here and look for that move. But really, to make this whole structure neater, I would prefer one more push to the upside. That push to the upside, like I said, we looked at those targets already, so go back if you would like more information on that. But what we're looking for is the potential for this extension down. Obviously, if we did have to get a deeper rejection like this, the third wave would only get confirmed by pushing past this 1476. So what that would mean is if we do form this primary counter of this five wave structure, we would have to then shift this third wave to the end of that move, and then basically we would get an additional fourth and a fifth. I'm just leaving it here for the time being because it's not being confirmed. If it does start to break down and follow this, then I'll start adjusting the target zones and everything within here. But effectively, this would then push our target much lower here towards this range of around this 1460 to this 1434. So we need to be aware that there is potential to break down here given the structure, but yeah, we also do have clean five-wave structure developing to the upside here, or at the least at the moment looks like a five-wave structure. So we'll have to see what happens off the back of that move. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. Leave us some feedback down below, and also in the description you'll find links to Discord. Come check it out, it's free to join. In the description you'll also find affiliate links for both PrimeXBT and BYBIT, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. Check them out. If you don't have an account, using the affiliate link helps support the channel. Everyone, have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.